Hi folks, I'm Andrew Harrison. I just got done with the massage at the Quiet Raven. We're about to sit down for the second time. Round two. So, what's your name? If you want to introduce yourself, what's the name of the company, and how all this gets started?
My name is Dylan Drejos, and I'm one of the massage therapists here at Quiet Raven. And Quiet Raven got started by Gwen Touch. The name was inspired by a raven that she saw on a trip back from up north with her husband that just followed them all the way. And she was really inspired by that, so she named this place Quiet Raven.
What a cool story. So what would you say is a typical experience, kind of in a nutshell, rounded out of somebody's experience? If they come in, what's the process? How do they get started?
So when you come in, you're going to take an intake form, and we're going to get all your medical information. And then after we do that, we'll step out of the room, and before we leave, we'll instruct you either face down or face up on the table. And you'll undress to your level of clothing after we leave, and then we'll come back in and do our massage.
And then I guess what would be the main groups of massages and types of therapy that you offer here?
So the main groups of massage we really offer would be deep tissue, lymphatic, relaxation, and then we do have a few therapists that are versed in cupping as well.
Okay, perfect. For those folks at home, cupping is where they use a silicone cup here in Alaska to draw blood to certain areas, which is going to help detox, if I remember correctly, help with the blood flow, and also just kind of put different tension on the muscle tissues to help them kind of heal and relax in different areas. You mentioned a couple extra services that you're kind of working on doing with red light and other kind of zoning and stuff. Can you educate us a little bit about what those are?
Yeah, so we do offer the red light therapy, and that is a full body therapy, where the red lights work very similar to laser therapy, where they communicate with the cells to help with the healing process. Different frequencies are going to help the cells know what job they need to do. So it can help with inflammation, it can help with torn ligaments and muscles, and just kind of help speed up that healing process.
Awesome. Well, very good. And you definitely do a good job of it. And I definitely felt your confidence, your knowledge, and your presence while I was on the table. While I was on the table, we talked about applying self-awareness as a means to better yourself, and with the guide of a massage therapist, kind of working on maybe fixing some habits, the cause and effect. Can you kind of educate us on that discussion we had on cause and effect and where these problems come from?
Totally. So we as humans, we do a lot of repetitive motion, especially in our job and our everyday life, and that's what can really start to cause the connective tissue and the muscles to tighten up, harden up, get stuck, which will cause those kinks in the neck, or I feel it right here in the shoulder, kind of a thing. So those are something you should be very aware of. But also knowing that, hey, I'm a truck driver, for example. I'm sitting all the time, I'm sedentary, and I'm always like this. It's going to be shoulders, low back, maybe a little bit of legs, might get sciatica, put the wallet back there. So just being aware of how your body moves and what you're feeling. And then also just being able to kind of pinpoint and go, you know what, this action is what's causing this problem.
100%. And like you said, a truck driver, the muscle groups that are going to negatively impact them are going to be different than if you're a store clerk or a banker, or I know a lot of it, like for instance a bake teller's going to be standing up a lot, so they're going to have a lot more knee problems, a lot more hip problems, a lot more this and that, right?
Correct.
Whereas I'm sitting in an office all day, my shoulders are up, and now my tension headaches, and then my lumbar, and then my sciatica, you know what I mean? So from the sound of it, it's just being aware of what negative impacts your jobs or your actions or your lifestyles have on your body, and then just working on preventing that by stretching, rolling out, massage therapy when you need it, and all sorts of stuff like that. So
Correct.
So I guess as far as the services you offer, we've kind of gone over that a little bit, but is there anything that the Quiet Raven is working towards in the future, aside from the red light therapy that you talked about?
And we do want to try and get as many modalities and as many experienced therapists in different modalities to really help people heal. Because our main goal is to help you reach your goals and heal. And if you come in and you can barely walk, our goal is to have you leave walking and feeling like how you used to.
Love that. Well, this has all been extremely educational. Is there anything else you want to tell the audience before we leave?
Always make sure you take care of yourself.
But it starts with yourself, right?
Yep, exactly. Because your health is an investment, and that is our logo, our little slogan.
There you go. Your health is an investment. I like that. And you're worth the investment.
100%.
Well, very good, man. So thank you so much for having me out. This has been extremely educational and very pleasant. Overall, just the general experience that I've had has been extremely warm and welcoming, very professional, but also knowledgeable. You can definitely feel if somebody has experience and knows what they're doing. And so, yeah, really just appreciate it.
Of course.
Appreciate you coming out.